Sun's out, time to make hay, right? No. Well, what this video is about, if you guys can see me, is about the machine that I'm standing next to. I guess some of you have saw it, seen it in a previous video, and I didn't even really notice it was in the background. But what I have here is a 326D. Oh, I'm sorry, 326E. Someone's brought it down yesterday. They dropped it off at 3 o'clock, and I think he's coming at like noon today to come get it. The sun's gonna bother me today. But this is a what, 2,000 or 2,500 pound lift. I think it's 2,500 pound lift. Quick attach. On the front end, thing only has like 3 hours on it. Say the newer models, this is a slightly older model, not by very much, but has all the hydraulic hookups for the buckets, are all in the boom down here, because if this was around our farm for very long, like if I purchased it, these would all get destroyed. Either between pushing brush or in the rafters of the barns when we're putting up bales. It's just at an odd place. But Deere corrected that problem by listening to what customers were saying, and they moved them. So they brought a bucket down. I don't really have much use for it. I was going to use it, but I think I'm gonna put it on the rock bucket. I'm gonna grade the driveway real quick because the driveway's getting kind of rough. As far as everything on as far as the engine goes, this does not have DEF. All the side panels come off, but you got to raise this up. And I sure hope you guys can see what I'm talking about. Oh, screen's dirty. Diesel, engine oil, and way down in there, which you guys probably, oh, there you go. That's hydraulic oil. But these side panels all come off, both come off, even with the boom down. The older models didn't do that. On focus, there you go. But this has an automatic reversing fan on it. So when it gets full of dirt and chaff and crap, the fan automatically reverses. So it helps, it sucks out the dirt and dust that's built up in here. Yeah, I haven't, I'm gonna be honest, I really haven't been around this thing. Dad and Ryan ran it last night while I was baling. It's a nice machine. It's big, but it's a big machine, but it's a compact machine, if that makes any sense at all. The next size up is a 320, I think. I don't know, Alex told us all this last night, but the problem is, you get into a bigger machine, you're going to start having to use DEF. And our experience with DEF is that New Holland T7 we had last year, and it wasn't a bad experience. It's just another fluid you got to keep in the machine. I know that as far as DEF goes, that it can freeze up in the winter. I don't know what these newer machines have to keep that from happening, or if you're supposed to drain the tank out if you let it, if it's a machine that sits all winter. I have heard that some machines have a built-in heater in them to keep it from freezing, but I guess I don't have enough knowledge on that to really comment on it. This is a bale spear they sent down with it. It's really beefed up. I can't say I've really seen a style like this before, but it's set like a rounded spike. It's just made out of iron, but it's all spiked out. From what I saw Dad running it, he didn't have any issues picking the bales up, or spiking the bales, I should say. This This machine has no problem picking up the bales I was making last night, because the bales I made last night were probably only maybe 1,500 pounds at the very most. But it's a nice machine. Oh, there, slide the seat back, should I? But you pull the arm down. Here's all your controls. There you go, piss it off. And I hit the windshield wiper. Where the hell is the windshield wiper? Oh. No. Okay, I may have hit that when I got in. But it tells you the door's open. Full tank of fuel. My dad filled it up last night. A big addition on this machine, on the John Deere's, that I really like is the throttle. This is just a dial up here. It's up out of the way. It's not down like in our Bobcat, because you always have to reach down underneath the arm to get to it. It's unhandy. Quick attach. Here's the fan I was telling you about, the engine. It's on automatic. Air conditioning. As you guys have watched our channels or seen, we always take the door off our Bobcat for the simple reason of it has no air conditioning. It has heat but no air, so we end up running it without the door, and we open up the side windows. This is a machine that you'd have the door on all season or all year round. Air conditioning and heat, just like the tractors. You start spending long days in these things, you want some of the creature comforts that the tractors have. This is foot feet, it's all foot control. Just like our Bobcat, it doesn't have the ISO as far as hand control, 100% hand control or anything. That is an option. Like I said, this is just a demo machine. It doesn't have all the fancy features that some of the other ones can have, but it's still a pretty nice machine. This is your horn. It's good and loud. And this trigger over here is actually your 2-speed. See the rabbit sign up there? Radio, plenty of visibility all around it. I can see all the way around me. But as far as keeping it greased and everything, all the Zerks I have found on it are out in the open, easy to get to. Like our Bobcat, you actually have to have the booms raised and lowered at certain angles to hit everything. I don't know. About the only complaint my dad had, he had a hard time getting in and out of it because your feet are so far ahead of you. He has a hard time getting ahead because you can't pull your feet back to get leverage to pull yourself out. But that's minor. Yeah, it's got a nice little tray here for tools or bolts or fill up with whatever you end up throwing it up or filling it up with. It's got a cup holder. I can see maybe holding a bottle of pop or something or water. Like I said, I haven't really run this that much to know how smooth a ride it is. I mean, it's got a air ride seat, so that's really nice. Just sitting in it right now, it's a lot more comfortable than our Bobcat. Well, I like it. It's pretty smooth. The joysticks, it's manual controls, which means you control the steering with the joysticks and you move the booms and the bucket with your feet. The handle controls, they are a little stiff to move them. I don't know if you'd get tired after running it all day like that. It's not really too much to pull and push them, but if you ran it for a full day, yeah, you'd probably be tired by the end of the day. I used it for grading the driveway. I didn't want to get too carried away with it because Alex is coming any time now to pick it up, and I would really hate to take it out and haul manure with it, because then that means I gotta wash it off. But it's, as far as user friendly, it's really nice. It doesn't require a safety belt to be on. It has the bar that you pull down over your lap, and a feature they have on it is you always have to have that dial for the throttle turned all the way down to restart it. Otherwise, when you do start it and you rev it up, if it's not zeroed out all the way to low RPM, it won't rev up until you drop it all the way down and then turn it back up. I do like the switch it has for the park brake, as opposed to the button that our Bobcat has. It's kind of just easier to hit. Just like in the winter when you got thick gloves on, I always have to take the glove off so I can hit the safety button on the Bobcat. So this one, yeah, it doesn't take very much to say that this one outdoes the 773 Bobcat. A lot nicer to drive, a lot easier on the back, a lot easier on the knees. The engine's a lot easier to get to. All around heavier machine, and probably could do a lot more with this than what we can do with our Bobcat. So, I don't know, maybe down the road. I've said it before, can't exactly, around here all my income comes in and at the end of the year, over the last 2 months of the year, so no major purchases are in order, at least for the time being. I got those tanks for the cultivator sitting over there. Talking to Andrew, going to be doing something with them really quick, because the corn and all the heat we've been getting since yesterday, I think the corn jumped like 4 inches just yesterday. And I want to get that cultivator up and ready to go, because I want to pull it over some of our ground. But as far as the John Deere skid steer, that's all I have to say about that. It's a 326E. Take care, take it easy, keep in touch, and see what we can do in the future.